Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
When we know the Bible, so many things in nature can remind us of spiritual things. Like the rainbow, God put it there specifically to remind us of His promise not to flood the earth again. I saw a huge one the other day that stretched from horizon to horizon. Then there's mountains, so strong and steadfast, that can remind us of Christ, the rock on which our faith is built. Sand at the beach can remind us that everything that's not built on Christ is pointless, worthless, and will not last. At the beach the other day, standing in the surf, my feet just sunk down into the sand. The sun can remind us of the light of the world. Grapes can remind us of keeping connected to the vine. A door can remind us that He's the only way. In John 3:8, Jesus uses the word wind to represent the Holy Spirit. The word wind or breath has always been connected with the third person of the Trinity. That's true in Greek and in Hebrew. In Genesis 1:2, when it says the earth was without form and void, darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. The word for spirit, ruach, also meant breath or wind. When God led Ezekiel into the valley of the dry bones and breath came into them, it was the same word, ruach. When the wind blew the Red Sea so it parted, it was ruach. When the Spirit of God filled someone in the Old Testament or did some sort of work, it was the ruach of God. This concept continued in the New Testament with the Greek word pneuma. So when Jesus uses the analogy of wind blowing to try to explain to Nicodemus the work of the Holy Spirit, I'm sure that Nicodemus automatically connected this concept. Jesus said, "The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but cannot tell where it comes from and where it goes. So is everyone who is born of the Spirit." The wind is unpredictable. You can't make the wind blow or tell it which way to blow. You can't summon it or make it blow harder or stop it. You can see the results of it. You can feel it. You know it's real, but you can't see it, harness it, or box it up. Weathermen can try to predict the weather based on where the wind is blowing and which system and what direction. But we could all testify to how accurate the weather forecast is. They can track patterns, but they don't know what it will do. The Holy Spirit is very much the same. We can't see Him, but we know He's there. We feel His effects on our lives and those around us. We can feel Him working in our hearts, but we don't know what He'll do next, and we definitely can't control Him. We don't even understand Him most of the time, but I know He's working, and I can trust Him to do what's best, both with me and those around me. The Holy Spirit does whatever He wants. He's powerful. He's mysterious. In Acts 2:2, remember that mighty rushing wind they heard as the Holy Spirit came into them and filled them with power? When we're saved, He comes into us as well and fills us with His power. Have you been filled with the Holy Spirit? How has that wind of God's breath blown in your life recently?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.